Now, what can I say about our next legend that he hasn't already said about himself? You may not know that this world-famous TV personality started as a page on The Tonight Show, or that his own brand of banter was initially the outcome of a local talk show that couldn't afford a writer. But just like everyone honored today, Regis Philbin had to start somewhere before he grew into the hardest working man in show business. As an Emmy award-winning cultural icon, Regis has entertained us for over 50 years through talk shows, game shows, books, and albums. 18 of those years he appeared live from the streets of Walt Disney World, providing entertaining commentary for the yearly Walt Disney World Christmas Parade telecast. Best known for his nationally syndicated talk show Live with Regis and Kelly. Regis's popular Bronx intensity, sardonic wit, and irreverent ad-libs have earned him a Guinness World Record for the most hours spent in front of a camera. And though it's true, though I could stand here and list all of his career highlights and contributions to television, I think it would be far more revealing to let someone closer to Reed share her favorite moments of Regis Philbin through the years. Please watch.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Reed. You know, I can't be with you there today, but I thought it'd be fun to share a handful of my favorite Regis moments with you because there have been so many for so many years. I adore sitting next to you. It's been some of the best memories of my life. But what I love the most is when you share calamities that follow you throughout your life. And here is just one incredible example.
Barbara Streisand opened last night.
Did you go?
I'm going tomorrow night.
Oh, you are? Yeah. Are you sure you're supposed to go tomorrow night?
Yes.
Tell everybody.
No, that's a terrible
It's
story.
the best story
No,
ever.
it's not a great story.
It is
It's embarrassing.
It is the greatest. Please, for
Well, you know,
us.
she does 2 nights usually at the Garden. And so we go, we get our tickets, and we take our seats. And they're beautiful seats, she's right up there. Oh. And then 2 women come down, and they're standing in the aisle, and they're looking in at me. And I figured, well, they're just fans, they'll go away.
Did you give them the old fan club?
They keep staring. And got on my nerves, so the full act, they're in there. Now they're not only staring, they're glaring at me. So during the intermission, the guy comes, you know, the boss man there in the seats. Regis, can I see you? He said, can I see your tickets? Sure, of course, here we are. See, they're the right row, the right seat, everything's fine except the day is wrong. It says these 2 women have tickets and it's their night, you know. I was so embarrassed. I said, get rid of it. No, I didn't.
What the staff and I look forward to the best, and it really doesn't get any better than this, is when there is a diagram involved. It was a diagram?
Yeah, a little diagram.
Oh, it's been a long time since we've had a Philbin diagram.
We were early for this dinner, so I got here to this light looking for the entrance, and they got stopped at that light looking, and they got stopped at this light looking, and they got stopped at and this light, I almost have a collision. I park back here, I cannot find it. He's driving me crazy. I walk all around, I must have missed it. I go back here, it's a big building, through the bucket, into the hospital. But no one knows where the doctors are. It was there. By the time we left and got back to Il Tonello, Trump had finished his spaghetti.
Christmas time, of course, inspired a lot of memorable moments during the annual torture that was the baking segment with Regis and my kids, but mainly the torture came from Regis.
Look what we got.
Look what we got.
Just as good as yours.
Just as good as yours.
You baked them at 3:25. 3:25 for 15 to 18 minutes.
Exactly
You
what we
want
did.
them sort of golden brown, light and fluffy. You don't want them black on the bottom. You want
look
them
what
a
we
nice
did
light
like
color.
that.
Then the most fun part, this is
Yes.
the greatest part, is when you take the powdered sugar, and while it's still warm, not hot, but warm, you want to cool it slightly. You want to powder,
Powder your face with sunshine.
see, just like that.
Hey, hold on. What's next?
You infamous night, the most talked about moment of my time on the show was when Regis babysat my 3 children and dropped my son, Joaquin, on his head.
Please, you're gonna help me? Oh, good, all right, let's go, Lola. Okay. All right, there we go. I got something for you here. Do something with that. Joaquin! Oh, pony ride. Now you want a pony ride. There. Okay. And guess what? Fresh as a daisy. Look at that. Mommy thinks I can too.
Fresh as a rose.
Fresh as a rose. Did a good job, didn't I? Oh, he loves his brother.
This barely scratches the surface of my favorite memories from our 10 years together. But I know we're going to relive as many of them as possible on the show this fall. In the meantime, I just want to congratulate you because you truly are a legend. You are a living legend. And I think it's wonderful that you're being recognized, finally, as being a Disney legend because you've been a legend in my life for a long time. Love you, baby.
Regis, it's been said, waking up with you during your morning talk show live with Regis and Kelly was better than an espresso. In fact, you've always provided us with plenty of laughs and entertainment, whether you were entertaining us as the host of Who Wants to Be a Billionaire, which inspired the attractions of Walt Disney World and Disneyland, or hosting shows like America's Got Talent, $1 Million Password, and the annual Daytime Emmy Awards. We know we're going to be thoroughly amused, entertained, and informed. And now, Regis Philbin.
Why am I the last one on?
What?
The last one on.
You're not the last one.
They've done everything I wanted to do. You're right, the girls sang all the songs I wanted to sing. Everything has gone wrong. I even brought a song. And I'll be damned if Guy Williams didn't do the song. And you with those jokes. And incidentally, I love the way you dance on Dancing with the Stars. You just terrific. You should win every week.
Are you going to do it? You going to do Dancing with the Stars?
No, I can't. Too much work. Way too much work.
Too much work if you watch me work? It's hardly anything.
You made fun of hip replacements today? I've got one of those, and if I did go show, I'd have another one.
Be over here.
Will you?
I'll go. Hold on.
Just say it one more time.
What?
Just say it one more time.
What's that?
Gazillions. Gazillions. Love that guy. You know, I can't tell you how impressed I am with the turnout today and all of you people. And you know, you forget what tremendous fans the Disney organization has. And the fact that I so well remember my first job in television, I worked at a prop house at the local TV station, Channel 13 on Hollywood KCOP. And the reason I remember it is because I went to work there in 1955 after doing 3 months of being a page at NBC and watching Steve Allen do The Tonight Show. And the reason why 1955 stands out in my mind, especially being here, is that was the year that Walt Disney unlocked the gates and started this whole tremendous thing. It was the talk of Los Angeles that year, and then, of course, the talk of the country and the talk of the world now. So, over the years, I've been associated with Disney on many, many occasions as a newsman working in Los Angeles. I would come down to the Disneyland, and I would bring my children. My wife Joy is with me, and one of my daughters, JJ, is right here. And we had wonderful times. We learned a lot, and the kids were fascinated by it. And then we moved back to New York in 1983, and I got a job at ABC doing the morning show, and a few years later Disney bought ABC, and so we would do that morning show in Florida a couple of weeks every winter. and I got to know the people who worked on the lot, and was so impressed by the dedication of the young people and middle-aged people who never left their jobs at Disney, who were so devoted to Walt and to the ideas that he had. And then I became impressed with you, the fans, the people who would come. For 24 years I did the annual Christmas parade, which is a major event at Disney World and now at Disneyland as well. And the people would come. Do you remember? They would come year after year, and I would get to know them because we would rehearse the show and I'd be mingling among them. And every year, it was almost like the same families would come back, and they would bring their children and then their grandchildren. It was incredible devotion to the park. And I must tell you, you could just tell how they wanted to be there, how much they loved being there, how much it meant to them and their families that they would share Christmas or any time in the year at the Disney parks. It's just great. And so I was very, very happy to be a part of it. You know, Kelly was saying, I had a number of catastrophes, and that's what I talk about in the morning. Something very funny happened while I was sitting here. I'm not going to tell her on the air, but we might as well share all this, because this could only happen to Regis. Like you, I wanted my kids to get familiar with Disney and Snow White and, you know, all the wonderful characters that they've met over the years in the movies and on television and in the books. And so they have. My girls loved them, loved every minute of it. And so I'm happy to have one of my daughters back today. And she has a little grandson, in fact, a little granddaughter as well. And so they came to the park, and I said, you know, be sure, since I'm about to become a Disney legend, be sure that the kids can go into the park, you know, while I'm receiving my award. No problem. Well, let me tell you what happened. They're still waiting to get into the park. They've been out there for, no, I think they gave up. They're back in my room now. They could not get into Disneyland Park. It's not funny, is it? The little one's nickname is Mr. Trouble, and he's going to be mad as hell. He's going to be furious. But anyway, that's all right. I'm here, and I love being one of the Disney legends. I can't believe I'm a small part of it, but I guess that's what happened. Thank you all very, very much. Something I can sit on at home. Okay.